Hello everybody, this is Fronito Bobbin here and welcome to race number 22 of the 2018-19 NASCAR Skittles Cup Series season. This is the SoftBank 500 at Fuji Speedway. After a interesting, boring-ish NASCAR Siemens Nationals race here, good job, race here yesterday. The fans are a little bit skeptical on what type of action or lack thereof that we might just see today. Either way, the hype is getting a bit high now, and the pressure is as well because we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. We're now pretty much 5 races away from that. So everyone getting a bit excited for the playoffs, but of course we still have 5 races before we actually get there. But of course, with that being said, let's now get on with the starting grid for this race. Starting the pole for the race is Martrix Jr. Alongside him in second is Fronito Bobbin. Third is the Xbox Nerd. Fourth is Denny Hamlin. Fifth is Kevin Harvick. Sixth is Kyle Busch. Seventh is Chase Elliott. Eighth is Bank Coaches. Ninth is William Byron. 10th is Brad Keselowski. 11th is Pracer. 12th is Daniel Hemrick. 13th is Tim Tom. 14th is Kyle Larson. 15th is Gerdrin. 16th is Glenn Boyer. 17th is Duck. 18th is Oliver. 19th is Daniel Suarez. 20th is Donald. 21st is Nia. 22nd is Joe Logano. 23rd is Alex Bowman. 24th is Douglas. 25th is Rebecca. 26th is Ryan Newman. 27th is Ryan Blaney. 28th is Kurt Busch. 29th is Jimmy Johnson. 30th is Eric Garola. 31st is Derek Jones. 32nd is Bubba Wallace. 33rd is Austin Dillon. 34th is Paul Menard. 35th is 36th. 36th is Miss Lice Burr. 37th is Durper. 38th is Mommy. 38th is Mommy. 39th is Lady. 40th is Landon Castle. 41st is Retorts, and 42nd and last place as always is Can't Drive. Nobody should be surprised. Anyway, all the races, you see what happens in this race indeed. Also, you see, it looks like Fronito Bobbin's driving the Amtrak car, despite the fact that we're in Japan, where Amtrak is absolutely nowhere to be seen. So, oh well, that was Fronito Bobbin's idea, not mine. So, anyway, yeah. So of course, also first road course race in a little while for the Cup guys. So this race will be an interesting one to see. Well, I said that could be completely and utterly wrong. Only time will tell. So of course the field gets ready to line up behind the pace car like so. Yeah, so of course it seems that the pace laps here at Fuji are a little bit fast, so the field a little bit, a little bit on the weak on the catch-up side, especially can't drive, but it's like the field we'll start the race like this anyway. So there's no crashes before the race even starts, because that'd be a little bit embarrassing and salty for these guys. Because of course back in America, these guys put a lot of hard work into their cars, and it'd be a shame to have them wrecked so early here in Japan. But we'll have to see what happens. So yeah, so it looks like the field, however, has gotten itself caught up with itself, and so therefore we shall let them loose this time by. We're now throwing to Bob, and he's now up here to second, whereas Blizzbox Nerd is like there in third. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but anyway. And we about to come to our finish line. Well, pretty soon anyway. And green flag is underway for the SoftBank 500 at Fuji. Quite like the NASCAR Siemens Nationals, the field is already fading out on the initial start. Fronito Bobbin, though, already getting ready to pounce, or well, I say pounce, getting ready to pull away from the field. Oh, Bank Coach is going now, making a nice move. 3 wide for second now. Is one of these going to give in, or are they just going to go balls to the wall? I was like, hey, he's going to try to go to the inside of the Xbox Nerd and take him on, and take away his third position. Look at that. There's so many lengths wide, and they're already making gains. Oh, this was the Xbox Nerd, though, trying to get back at Denny Hamlin. Bank Coaches is there too. Ultimately, the one trying to Bob in fashion, he's just gonna just pull away from these guys. For the most part, though, the field, well, not doing, well, I say not doing too much. Let's leave all single, that's not, oh yeah, somebody went off the road. Can't tell if that's gonna be a caution or not. Okay, no, indeed. So, 4-11 already not hesitating to get away from the pack. Laying the inaugural SoftBank 500 Fuji. Field's now starting to settle down though after that crazy start. Sundo not stepping down. Yeah, here's Kyle Larson now. Steps up with Kyle Busch, another Kyle and Kyle show. And Bank Coaches getting stuck. We're going very high as well. Just on the rumble strip there. Also now able to get past Denny Hamlin this time by through this long turn, which is just before the start finish line. I was moving off road though. You can see some dirt flying up. No caution though. Here's Denny Hamlin though, side by side with Bank Coaches. Look at that. So Denny Hamlin, side by side with Bank Coaches. These two have now initiated a battle. Ooh, Bank Coaches not letting up on Hamlin. Though, these two are still battling for that spot. Despite how early on in the race it is at the moment. That was an interesting turn around there. Yeah, field's not starting to settle down though. Ooh, Boyer having a bit of a run with Oliver. Yes, Boyer trying to get some good finishes this season. Oh, looks like, ooh, we have a bit of a developing battle for a second though. The Village Box Nerd trying to take on Martrix Jr. through the first turn. Look at that, the Village Box Nerd trying to stick his nose and get next to Truex. Also, it was a bit of a spin. No caution, though. But there is the real Xbox Nerd trying now to take away second from Martin Truex Jr. And also the same story is happening between Denny Hamlin and Bank Coaches. So Truex, second at Fuji, but there is the Xbox Nerd trying to overtake him for that second spot as well. This might be one of those races where Florian Bob Mason leads all the laps. I mean, Florian Bob, he did it at Motegi. He might just do it here. Well, he has a big lead on Truex. Although, might have a bit of a run-in with Gridrin, though, as Gridrin going as slow as, as you saw, there was a bit of tire smoke, so Gridrin must have gotten involved with a spin earlier in this race, but as a result, now back down to 42nd, basically dead last. Of course, Gridrin can always get up to can't drive and get at least one spot back, but Gridrin have to try to do that. Here's our developing battle for second now. Ooh, look at that. This Puck Nerd tries to stick his nose underneath Truex. Ooh, that was close, but Hmm. This Buster gonna have to try harder than that. Oh, now he's running high though. Well, that high line, that's not the best line to take. Oh, look at that though. That is really not good. Now Buster just losing ground on the March Jr. and allowing his teammate Ben Coaches to catch up to him. Still a bit of a shame. Oh, he got a mini run on Truex off of that turn, but for the most part, nothing super spectacular. Although the real Xbox, I might try again here, going to turn number 1 again. So we're still evenly maxed though. That's kind of tough. Yep. Anyway, so as these two battle for second, I guess one thing to know about the upcoming playoffs that at this point, Florida Bobbitt has now locked himself into the playoff bubble. Because Florida Bobbitt has been that good this season to the point where, well, I'd say pretty much locked up. I'm not 100% sure though, but I think now Florida Bobbitt has, for the most part, locked up himself into the playoff bubble, which means he will make the playoffs, which means he'll probably have a mad dash with the other guys for the championship win. Here's Xbox Nerd though, has a bit of a run on Truex. Just slowly getting by him on the front straightaway. But can he ultimately overtake Truex going into turn 1? Ooh, it's tough. They're still side by side with each other. But Martrix Jr., you're gonna have to give way to the real Xbox Nerd. And it looks like for the most part, now the Xbox Nerd has now successfully taken over second from Martrix Jr. And Bang Coach, if he can catch up to the guys, he might be able to have a slice of the pie. Only time, however, will tell. Yeah, so I might as well not really bother to cover the, well, I say, I was going to say leave thing for the first, but, well, nothing happening for first, so what's the point? So Freund Bob and Freund Bob passing now just pulling away from these guys, but the real Xbox Nerd now is trying to get you know, a gap on Truex, but Truex, he is still right there. And like I said, we'll have to see if Banco can get to these guys. If these guys eventually get side by side and they sort of screw around with each other, then Banco might be able to catch up to them. And might see something crazy happen. Crazy, you say? Well, maybe. So the real Xbox Nerd is now, of course, doing his best in second. If he gets just up front of Bob, and he might just take it away for the lead. And this Xbox Nerd would be able to get his third win on the season, or in the season. Of course, one thing to mention is that the more wins you get, then the more points you get at the start of the playoffs. Of course, front above now with 8 wins on the season, you know, he's gonna get a lot of bonus points before the playoffs begin. Of course, there's no denying the fact that front of oven has been so good. You know, this season. At this point, everyone expects him to win the championship, considering how dominant he's been. And I think ever since race number 5, Formula Bobbin has led, or has been in the points lead for just about every single race this whole season. And I can't really say Formula Bobbin has held the points lead for quite some time now. I like how I'm talking about Formula Bobbin. Yeah, the camera's stuck on the real Xbox nerd. I mean, the real Xbox nerd. He hasn't done that bad this season either. But and of course he is, pretty much into the playoffs as well. Of course, the Xbox nerd isn't logged in, but of course we'll get some bonus points for his 2 wins that he has this season. Trick's though gonna get even more bonus points for his 4 wins so far this season. So the playoff points the playoff point standing is gonna be interesting when we get to that point. When we go to race number 27. Well, of course, remember we're getting closer and closer to race number 27, which is of course the race where the playoffs begin. Until then, though, these guys will continue to duke it out. So the Xbox nerd, though, looks like he's now holding quite the stance, and Triggs, maybe spoke too soon. There's Triggs now trying to get past the real Xbox nerd for that spot for the lead. I mean, not for the lead, for second. Ooh, not quite super successful, though. For the most part, though, it seems that Truex might be the best match for the real Xbox nerd. Banko's there, he's back there in 4th, though. Banko's hoping to get a string of good finishes so he can make it into the playoff bubble. Yeah, of course, a lot of talk about the playoffs, considering how close we are to that. For the most part, though, not a ton of things happening in this race. Well, then again, it seems next race doesn't have too much action in it, considering. See, this race doesn't have much either. Well, he was in 40th. Also in 42nd for some reason. Point of Auburn, though, he's about to get up to Gridgen. Although, of course, since the fall season, you see a guy get up to lap guy up, but it doesn't do anything. So Point of Auburn will probably just pass Gridgen here and continue on his way in this race. Gridgen running high low. On this front straightaway, though, this is ultimately going to be a place for Fern Bobber, of course, makes it past Gridgen. Can't Drive is coming up as well, but I doubt Can't Drive is going to do anything. Oh, well, they go 3 wide through the... Wow, Gridgen. Wow, he is just kissing the rear end of Can't Drive. Not something you see every day. Seems to keep going. So 2 cars separate Point of Auburn from the real Xbox nerd. One of them just happens to be Can't Drive. Can't drive the moving chicane. Oh, it's gonna cause this place under run high. Makes just block trucks as well. We're not gonna block it, but we'll slow him down just a tad. That's gonna allow bank coaches cases with these guys too. And here's the real Xbox nerd trying to keep up on Funny to Bobbin. Well, he's gonna get past Gucci first, so they can tell he's Funny to Bobbin for the lead. Well, I say that, no, I don't think he'll be able to even catch up to Funny to Bobbin challenge for lead. So, yeah, I'm just saying about stupid things now, I'm afraid. Ah, well. Ooh, Bangkok's getting ever closer to Truex. Wonderful to see those two get into each other. So second, third, and fourth, they're spread out by about a car length or so. 2 car lengths actually. Yeah, not much to say though. You may wonder, well, why am I so gigantic in this race? Well, it's because there's not honestly not a lot of things to say. I mean, the real Xbox nerd, he's up here in second, and you have Trucks in third, and you have bank coaches in fourth, and everyone loves bank coaches, but oh shoot, there's a bit of a thing up here. Funny about to have a run in with Derper. Wow, went really slow as a result. Wow. Oh, is that just how fast they go through this corner? Okay, that was weird. I don't know. Looks like Fernando was going a little bit slower than normal. As he's now getting held up by Derper. Let's get a bit picky. Because Derper, of course, is an ex-Tobago Motorsports driver. For Bobbin, though, not going to seem to have too much of running with him. Yeah, he shouldn't pass him like so. It's a little bit sketchy. All not the end of the world. So there is a big distance though now between Funny Pop and the Xbox nerd. So first and second, that is a huge gap. I mean, well, then again, Funny Bobbin is the master of road courses, so it should be expected. And not a ton of action in this race either. I mean, yesterday's race didn't have that much action. This race doesn't have this much action in it either. It's a bit of a shame because people were quite excited for NASCAR returning to Japan for the first time since 1998, and not much has happened in either races, both in the Cup Series and Siemens National Series. Of course, I guess I'll say now this is the final race in the Japanese Tour. What was interesting is that the Japanese Tour was originally going to consist of 3 races here in Japan. Well, of course, one of those races was kicked off the schedule due to track being not too good for stock cars. Now these guys are now getting in up with Derper here. Ooh, it's a bit dicey. Otherwise, basically next to no issue. Putting Dirt Bro lap down. I wonder why Dirt Bro's running so slowly though. So Freud to Bob and No still leading this race. The Xbox nerd, I mean, he's trying though to keep up with Freud to Bob, but it's difficult, as shown by this race and all the events that have happened in this race so far. This race especially hasn't seen that much action in it. Ooh, bank coaches. Managed to get up to Truex's bumper as the old Dirtbag going so slow. Look at bank coaches trying to keep up with Truex and maybe just overtake him for third. And of course, each motorsports teammates would be able to battle with each other for a bit. Yeah, big we're seeing teammates battle, isn't it? But I mean, it happens now and again. So Bang Coach is running in fourth at the moment. But he might try to catch up to Truex to take him on and get up to third. So far, no caution in this race. I was like, Gridgen. Is it Gridgen back? No, what's Gridgen doing? You know, it's weird that Gridgen, he spun out, had some problems with him, and yet here he is now. I mean, he's there with Fronty to Bobbin. He's made a couple of spots due to a couple guys going fairly slow. But Gridgen, though, he seems to be sticking with Fronty to Bobbin. Of course, now they're battling with each other. You know, Fronty to Bobbin, he's doing some stuff, of course. Well, we might just see the develop battle for third eventually if Bank Coaches can't catch up to Martin Truex Jr. Well, that's been an insane amount of events happening in this race. Mostly lap cars are going to replay a factor for Fronty to Bobbin as he's just pulled away at this point. I mean, some say it might slow up Martin Truex Jr., which will cause Bank Coaches to battle. Okay, maybe the one that's something to happen as Bank Coaches. There he goes. Ooh. And there he goes. Bank Coaches is going to... Oh, not quite yet. Maybe soon. Maybe around here. And it looks like Bank Coaches will now clear Martin Truex Jr. And Bank Coaches now officially up to third. Very intriguing. So Bank Coach is now successfully able to make it on Martin Truex Jr. But now, could we see Bank Coach gets up to his teammate? We could see a teammate battle for second. Not something that happens every day. Or not every day. It's not something that happens every day, but hey, it could always happen here. So, Bank Coach is now just pulling away from Truex and setting sail on his own teammate. This could get ugly. Well, of course, they play nice. Because they have been doing so far this race. Hmm. There's a bit of a flashback for some reason. Yeah, see, I'm drifting off into my own brain, because, you know, this race has not seen that much action. You know, the fans were quite interested to see what would happen in this race, and, well, not much has happened at all. I mean, Tony Bobbin is about to sweep the Japanese tour like Ryan Preece did in the Siemens National Series. Yeah, I forgot to mention, of course, Ryan Preece sweeping the Japanese tour of the Siemens National Series, and Tony Bobbin might just do that same thing here in the Skittles Cup Series. Tricks, though, getting back on bank coaches. There's some chance these two may battle, but only time will tell. So Martin Truex Jr. might try to get back on bank coaches, though. If bank coaches can't get away from him far enough. Maybe bank coaches ultimately trying to get just for his teammates, so they can battle for the lead, but we'll have to see. I mean, I don't have the lead for second. So for the moment, I mean, we were running with Mommy, who's currently, well, Mommy's not going a lap down. Of course, these two now have been running with each other, but that run might, now over already, because running around now just gonna run more of these slow lapped cars. Bridgen, though, still there between Funny Bobbin and the real Xbox nerd. Oh, Truex now managed to get past bank coaches again. Wow. This bank coaches just couldn't keep the block going, and as a result, couldn't get past. We want to eventually see Truex catch up to the real Xbox nerd, but I'm sure bank coach would rather be the one to do that. Oh, never mind. I thought, you know, for the moment was saying about Bridget, but no, these two are still sticking close to each other. It's a bit weird. It's like Bridget, if you left down, but I mean, kudos to Bridget though for sticking to front of Bobbin's back end and actually now trying to overtake him. Holy moly! I mean, it's quite difficult for Bridget to actually get around front of him. Might try him here. It's like maybe he will. Of course, this was for the lead. This would be a different story, but of course not for the lead. But still, Bridget's still gonna put his best. It looks like Bridget now managed to get past front of Bobbin to get his lap back. Imagine this was for the lead right now. For Bobbin though, getting past Bridget on the straightaway. Oh, J6 looks like he got involved with these guys. Well, they can't drive as slow as you'd expect. Also, these two are still fighting with each other. Ah. This might only just slow up going to Bobbin. Man, this isn't too good. As you guys hear, now this person has 2 lap cars to get around. He's got to get around Mommy and Dangerous Hicks. Wow. So this is the real Xbox. They're gonna take on Mommy going to this sharp corner here. He's gonna ultimately have to put the pedal to the metal if he's gonna catch up to. Or if he's gonna lap Dangerous Hicks. Oh dear, we're gonna run wide though, and that is not a very good idea. Well, this is the real Xbox has been able to sit ahead of been able to sit ahead of Mommy. But Dangerous Hicks though has gone up to a humongous gap on the real Xbox nerd, and now you got Gridgen up here as well, who's actually managed to get his lap. Has now officially got his lap back on for the Bobbin. Oh, here's Dangerous Hicks though. Dangerous Hicks, he just pulled an AC maneuver on front of him. What happened to Dangerous Hicks? What's he so fast all of a sudden? Did he go on pit road or something? He's a little bit extra fast. Look at Dangerous Hicks go. Of course, he's a lap down, but of course, if he was not a lap down, actually running for a position, that'd be interesting. Oh, what is up with Dangerous Hicks? He is on a roll now. And now he's pushing Gridgen. Now he's have all that fun with Reed Sorensen and Land Castle. Look at that. Holy moly. Man, what did Dangerous Hicks put in his car? He is on fire. I mean, 1 lap down, but then he got out some motivation and was able to get his lap back. For Bobbin in first. Well, he's a long way away ahead of the real Xbox nerd. For about more lap traffic to deal with. Oh, that's gonna be more lap traffic for the real Xbox nerd to deal with as well. You know, Gridgen was actually able to make up some positions here by getting past these slower cars. At this point, Gridgen, you know, is trying to get himself back into the competition somehow. For the moment, though, he's been the dominator in this whole race. No caution. Of course, no caution means next to no chance to actually make something interesting happen. Or something in general. As Felix Baxter is about 5 or so seconds behind front of Bob, and that is a huge gap between the two drivers. Looks like back goes to see he lost some ground on Martin Jr., so I'm not sure if he'll be able to eventually resume his battle for the lead. So the real Xbox nerd, he's still. Oh, Truex. While come to his bumper, and Bangkok's got there too. And worst fall, lap traffic is coming up. Ooh, Truex. He tried to get. Ooh. Look at this maneuver here. Oh dear, the real Xbox nerd. What happened? What? The real Xbox nerd. And Lana Castle. What the heck happened? It's like now, whatever happened in the Siemens next year is happening here. And the real Xbox nerd and Denny Hamlin too. A bunch of these guys. Wow. How many more guys are blowing, or not blowing exit, but some sort of, oh. Heck, having a dirt bird. How's he all the way around here? Well, he had a bit of a run-in with they can't drive or something. Oh yeah, I got spun by Ryan Blaney as well, and can't drive around as a result. So that's not going to bring out the caution. Might as well have all this. Oh, and they're still fighting each other. Oh, and they're, oh my goodness, now Jimmy Johnson getting wrecked, and so is Austin Dillon. Wow. And Bubba Wallace. He's going to continue piling with each other. Of course, lights should be on the pace car, and they are indeed. I guess the pace car is waiting for the guys to come around so we can get he's about to come out now. So a very crazy caution now is just now happening. Okay, how many people now with... I guess they ran out of fuel or something. Oh, Bangkok's been affected by this too. Okay, literally everyone now has. Oh man. We have to see what happened now with Florida Bobbin. Oh wow, so Florida Bobbin's engine just died. Lucky for him, it happened at a ancient time. Looks like Florida Bobbin will still be able to come on to pit road. While his engine has now gone silent. It's spluttering. But Florida Bobbin will still be able to pull on the pit road and will be able to refuel his car and maybe get some tires as well. Oh, it's a real weekend here at Fuji Speedway. Now, both races we've had cars who ran out of fuel for some reason. It's going to shake up the field by quite a bit. Of course, some people are going to be worse off because they're going to have to get a tow truck. Florida Bob, one of the more lucky ones, he's actually going to be able to get to his pit stall and ultimately keep going in the race. It seems to me that I see something weird. Okay, you saw nothing to your right. Probably Bobbin, though. Yeah, just now, just pulling up to his pit box eventually. Yep. Well, we'll see what happens behind the pace car. Let's actually go back to... Oh. They're still wrecking. Oh, not wrecking. Now they're... What is up with the field now? They're just... This... What is going on in this race? Holy moly. So the pace car is out, but none of the field is doing it right at all. And oh my goodness, there's a pile up here. Jeez. I still get with this, with these drivers. They're just, what is going on? The track has become dead. Now this car's broken. Man, this race is a mess. This race has become a mess now. Here's this wreck again. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when the field eventually resets itself. When it gets behind the pace car. Guess we'll see who comes on the pit road and who stays out. Oh. Some driver's going around. But I'm really not sure what exactly is going on now. It's going to lead to a very weird restart. I don't feel it hasn't even gone up to the pace car yet. Man, what is this? What are they doing? There's so many salty sub cars, man. This race is going mad. Well, I mean, I would fast forward this, but there's not... I don't know what's going on. Everyone is... you don't get it, man. Let's see if we can find the last guy who's actually driving. Where's Rebecca? So she's now come off of pit road. Any shit she's gonna drive up to the pace car? Or something? I don't really know. This race has become a very weird one. As there's several cars that have now just died, it seems. Man, not even the NASCAR Siemens Nationals race had weird events like this. I mean, well, actually, until I did, but it wasn't up to this sleep point. Well, the red race slowed down a bit. Oh, Fronto Bobbin with a broken up race car. What happened here? Hey, no, man, Fronto Bobbin was doing so good. Well, it looks like he might not now be able to sweep the Japanese tour. But thanks to he was just coming off pit road, so he was gonna eventually continue the race, but then he's got no idea what's happening in front of him, and he smashes right into bank coaches. He's just sitting on the racetrack. Man, this race is not a proper race anymore. It's becoming a junkyard at this point. Okay, we're gonna have to fast forward a lap. Let's go back to Fronto Bobbin and get up to this point. So the pace car. It's oh man, it's still doing more caution laps. Man, this race gone nuts now. Oh, Rebecca, she's the first person or the first driver to actually get up to the pace car in an interesting manner. Because the rest of the field is just going nuts. Okay, well, let's stay on Rebecca here. As she's the next driver trying to get up to the pace car. She's currently being scored 8th. But, I mean, things might just... Oh, man, what is this now? Oh, Rebecca now getting caught up with these guys. Is it just... What is up with this race? Everyone's just broken. Oh. It's like Brad Keselowski able to get a move on just. Yeah, this race is becoming very weird one. It might take a little while before we eventually go back racing. Yeah, so Keselowski is his last has really gone mad. This is becoming a really weird race here at Fuji Speedway. I think anybody expected this. Nobody at all. Oh, no, I'm on with a broken up car. What? What's all these broken race cars now? Well, ultimately, let's just see who starts where now. Oh, what happened? Oh, because I'll see. I guess he's gonna go around. Well, this race has now gone in several directions. Fronto Bobbin with a blown engine. He looks like Fronto Bobbin will be out now, which is a shame. I mean, I mean, Freund Bobman at this point, he has absolutely nothing to worry about in terms of points, but you know, Freund Bobman still wanted to try and sweep the um, inaugural Japanese tour, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen this year. But some of these guys, though, might be having a career day. As a result of all the Salt Street, Reed Sorensen now up to 5th. How many cars are left? It's like the rest of the field trying to catch up with these with the rest of the field of cars, I suppose. So Rebecca. The last time we saw Rebecca up here was at New Hampshire. I've said it so many times this year. That was the race that Rebecca was close to winning, but she just couldn't do it. She might now be close to winning this one. Providing, of course, she doesn't have anyone else to really worry about. Okay, am I crazy or the light's still in the pace car? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with this pace car here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell whether the lights are out or not. We'll see this time by. If he goes on the pit road or not. Oh, there he goes. Pace car is going down pit road. We're now at the restart, and after a good amount of minutes of messing about, we are going to go green, although, I still can't tell who's going to be quite scored for the lead, because Rebecca, despite the fact that she's the highest in this restart, she's not exactly being scored for the lead. I mean, that could change, though, on the restart. See, feeling the fall for the most part, but we are underway once again at Fuji Speedway. So if Rebecca's in 4th, though, okay, there are several drivers that are still on pit road, so we're going to have to, we might have to go about the racetrack a bit and actually find who's going to be in the lead with the field doing quite a bit of things. And Rebecca, I mean, she's in 4th place. She probably feels like she's in 1st because actually leading this pack. Here's Tim Tom, though, rejoining the racetrack in 32nd, but who is in 1st? Who's being scored for 1st? Oh, looks like it's Oliver. Okay. So it's like Oliver at the moment being scored for 1st in this mess of cars. Can't quite tell who is where for the most part, though. As Rebecca has, or not Rebecca, Oliver has some problems. We have to go fields before we ultimately find out who is actually in the lead. This person, though, he's in or being scored for 9th. Not sure if that's the case, though. Oh, Oliver going wide. Restarts out to 5th as well. What kind of salty is that? Oh, he's now being scored for 2nd, so he's in 1st now. Oh, it's Joey Logano. Well, you know, Logano. He's done barely anything this season. Here he is, now up here. For once, he's doing something at Fuji Speedway. He's got a better race car as well. Well, with the mass of cars that we have here, it's pretty much impossible to tell who's going to be, who actually is in 1st at the moment. This race, kind of like the Siemens National Series race, went from being quite bland to just a wacky show. Wacky show of cars. Because I guess cars have a tendency to run out of fuel here. Of course, we have to have all the soldiers up in 5 races before the playoffs. Bet you nobody expected this. I can't tell who's actually in 2nd, though. There's Duck. He's in 6th, though. I'm not sure if that's actually for 1st or if Duck is a lap down. So Gano's still being scored as leader, but who's actually in 2nd now? Being scored for 2nd. Oh, it's Oliver. Well, I said Oliver earlier, so yeah. So Oliver is Giuliano's next threat. Although neither Giuliano nor Oliver have won a race this season. But one of them might just change in the inaugural SoftBank 500 here at Fuji Speedway. Joey Logano, a driver that I have basically not talked about this season at all. Like Logano up here at first. This is a thing. This is really the first time this whole season I've talked this much about Joey Logano. Because Logano has been really, really quiet this season. I mean, he had a disappointing run last season. He's had a considerably disappointing run this season. He's far off from the playoffs, so may not make it up there. Although, this one might somewhat boost him, but only time will tell. Oh yeah, Fernando Bobbin though, now a little bit upset that he won't be able to sweep the inaugural Japanese tour. Of course, Ryan Preece was able to do that in the Siemens National Series, but I think we're just get a new winner instead. Yeah, it was also weird seeing the field, or seeing a bunch of rental cars break down and then crash each other under caution. And as a result of that, they changed the attitude completely of the race. Now Joey Logano is now, well, of course, Joey Logano leading the race, but, Well, in all the race become a bit boring, because despite the fact that Joey Logano is leading the race, he hasn't really got anybody to challenge him for the win. Of course, he did have Oliver, but Oliver ran wide, and as a result is now a considerable distance back. So this way, despite the fact that it became mainstream for a short period of time now, Joey Logano is now just out there leading. Of course, see the rest of the field's doing that thing, but unfortunately it doesn't exactly count because the field has become so bunched up as a result of that last caution. And as a result of all that happening, Joey Logano is your leader, but the guy second is nowhere in sight. Of course, it was Oliver, but Oliver is well, unfortunately gone now. Well, I mean, it's still in the race, of course, but not close to Joey Logano, though. And Joey Logano driving a Shell Benzo car, which is new for this season, or a new painting for this season. And looks like Joey Logano might just be able to put this paint scheme in victory lane for the first, and unless more stupid things happen this season, the only time this season. So Logano is now just, well, he's got nobody to worry about. Well, I mean, what will Logano do his thing? Why do you go through the field to see what else is happening? Well, not a ton of stuff. Man, look at how much of a mess this race has become now. Like, there are Danger 6 though, running in third. There you go. That's an impressive stat to consider. So Danger 6 running in third, which is his best career run that he's had this whole season, which is quite interesting. Of course, Danger 6 rather than win a race, but third place, it's quite a record run. Because if Oliver in second, so Oliver gonna gain a lot of points from this race. And where's the Reed Sorensen? I saw him early. Reed Sorensen. Oh, wrong guy. Here he is. Oh, he's only 12th now. I was about to give him a shout out for running a second, but that's over, isn't it? And then what happened to, or where's now Rebecca? Oh, she's still running 4th. Oh, it's like she's having a good battle with the Really Fox Nerd here. So Rebecca gonna get a lot of points from this race as well. This was her, of course, running 5th still. So they're gonna get quite a bit of points from this race and might get closer to Freund Bobbin in the standings. And it seems now he's currently having a battle with Rebecca. I mean, Rebecca, she's tried her best here and there, but ultimately, I mean, she hasn't had a bad rookie season, but I mean, she's I mean, she's mid Celsius in the points. There you go. Yep, some of my words there. Logano, though, might not help him that much, but if he's lucky, he might just be able to get a good amount of points from this race. I mean, it might not be good enough to push Joe Logano up to the playoffs by no means, but he might be able to move up some spots in the standings. Oh, if we're looking, we might see Freund Bobbin. So they're gonna have a better season next year. But this is how he is, of course, for the 2018-19 season. That's Alex Bowman as well. Another guy that really haven't talked that much about the season at all. The only time that Alex Bowman was really a thing this season was when he kind of screwed Freund Bobbin out of a win at Atlanta. Apart from that, I've really haven't talked about Alex Bowman that much this season. It's also serious to remember about Joe Logano that he, of course, was the one that flew in the air as a result of of an accident that happened to him at Charlotte. It was a bit of a scary one for some people, but Joe Logano, the guy who went upside down, is also might be the guy that wins the second race of the Japanese tour. As a result of a bunch of sausagery. So Freund Bobbin, unfortunately for him though, not going to be able to sweep the Japanese tour, not going to be able to score his 9th victory of the season in this race. I mean, Freund Bobbin, I mean, like I said in the guide video earlier, you know, just a bit earlier-ish this season, you know, really doesn't have that much to worry about for the whole rest of the season. I mean, not until the playoffs anyway. Of course, the playoffs though, Freund Bobbin is going to have to begin to pounce again, but I mean, for now, Freund Bobbin, not a ton of things to worry about. But Logano, Logano is someone that is hated by many in the NASCAR fan base. You know, some people hate Logano for what he did in his early days in NASCAR Siemens National Series. Others began to hate him when he, you know, bummed Mark Martin out of the race lead in the race at Pocono in 2012. And a lot of people were especially triggered when Joey Logano got the 22 car, Team Penske. You know, a lot of people said, you know, this 22 car belonged to Sam Hornish Jr. or just an all-guyer. But it is understandable why Joey Logano is in the 22 car, though. Ultimately, you know, that was because of Joey Logano's, you know, things at Joe Gibbs Racing, where Logano, he you know, he ran his first few Cup races in the number 20 car at Joe Gibbs Racing, and he ran that car until 2012, when Joe Gibbs basically almost screwed Joe Logano out of careerisms, or screwed Joe Logano's career, I should say. Where Logano, you know, the best thing that Joe Gibbs was going to give him was a full-time ride in the Siemens National Series. But then Roger Penske came up to Logano and said, "Hey, join my team." And so, for the 2013 season, Joe Logano started driving the number 22 car Team Penske, and has had an interesting career since. Well, Joe Logano, you know, had his worst performance in the 2017 season. And here, the 2018-19 season, he really hasn't done much better. But, so he's now about to get his first win of the season. This might be his only win of the season, so he better get to it. Logano, what's interesting about Logano is that in 2017, he did win one race this season, and that was at Richmond. However, Joe Logano's win would be encumbered, taken away. And as a result, Joe Logano's win would mean nothing for the rest of the season, as that one would have, you know, got him into the playoffs, sort of, based on how the 2017 rules worked. But then after Logano's, you know, event at Richmond, from, you know, how his win was taken away, Logano then didn't do anything for the whole rest of the season. Didn't even make the playoffs. And this year, for the 2018-19 season, Joe Logano not in a great position to make the playoffs, but with one will have to go sponsored by Credit One Bank, Logano will at least be able to taste victory lane this season. Of course, Logano was also the one to have a few races in the number 22 car in the Siemens National Series. But didn't do too well in that either. But as a result of all the amount of soldiery in this race, Joey Logano is up here and is about to get his first win of the season. Yep, 22 races in, and we're still producing new winners, all thanks to the amount of soldiers that happened, especially in this race, though. But my throat is now all fogged up. Off of the final high-speed turn, sort of. I think enough having on quite a bit for that last turn, but of course gonna get speed up again off of the final turn. And with that, Joe Logano will win the inaugural SoftBank 500 at Fuji Speedway. You know, when all the salts happened, oh, look who came back. Oliver, wow. Man, there's only a few races left. Oh, I still with a blown engine. LOL, says everyone on social media and in the stands. See stands, I haven't seen that many of this race or at this track. Well, regardless, that concludes the Japanese tour, and that concludes I say one man race and one slightly more interesting race. So the race in Motegi, of course, as you know, was a bit man. The race here was like seriously boring until the stalls happened under the caution, and as a result, Zuligan was victorious and Freund Bobbin suffers from defeat. And so do a bunch of other guys too. And for whatever reason the field not Pacific is gonna be the first one. Oh no, never mind. So the field, the race is over. Right? Yeah. It's basically over. So let's speed up a bit. That's more like it. Well, with that being said, let's now give you the finishing standings. So, Joey Logano, your winner at Fuji Speedway, and probably the dumbest way possible, but what you gonna do? With Oliver finishing second, Danger 6 third, the Felix Box third fourth, Doc 5th, Rebecca 6th, Kevin Harvick 7th, Alex Bowman 8th, Kyle Larson 9th, G.C. Elliott 10th, Ryan Newman 11th, Brad Keselowski 12th, Kyle Busch 13th, Rich Sorensen 14th, Paul Menard 15th, Donald 16th, Eric Almirola 17th, Eric Jones 18th, Bubba Wallace 19th, Kurt Busch 20th, Mr. Lake 21st, Nia 22nd, Martin Jr. 23rd, Bank Coke is 24th, Tim Tom 25th, Douglas 26th, Lane Castle 27th, Person 28th, Ryan Blaney 29th, Denny Hamlin 30th, Region 31st, Clint Boyer 32nd, Jimmy Johnson 33rd, Keir Drive 34th, Ding Emmerich 35th, William Brown 36th, Frank DeBobbin 37th, Daniel Swartz 38th, Miss Lace Bell 39th, Durper 40th, Mommy 41st, and Austin Dillon last place with a clutch. Well, of course, the big question is how is the field going to shake up in terms of the point standings? Well, I do not know, but that wraps up at Fuji Speedway. That wraps up in Japan. Next race will be off to a more interesting place. But with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Also, one thing I just realized, this is the 22nd race of the season, and it's won by the number 22 of Joe Logano. How about that?